I have all the proof in the world that Washington against the Lions was 100% rigged and 100% predetermined. It has nothing to do with the fact that the Lions' first NFC Championship game occurred against the Redskins. I think the year was 1990. But think for a second. The loser Phoenix Suns play the Pistons at 2 o'clock at Detroit on Saturday. Kevin Durant is a big-time fan of the Washington Commanders because he's born at Washington, D.C. So you telling me that it wasn't pre-planned, that Kevin Durant was going to play the game at Detroit, and then once the game is over, 2 o'clock Mountain Time tip-off, the Lions-Washington game starts at 6, so Kevin Durant can immediately head over and be dressed up in the Washington Redskins jersey, cheering on the Washington football team at Detroit. So I do believe that they will show Kevin Durant on the screen, and I think it's no coincidence that the NBA scheduled the Detroit Pistons on this particular day. And I have a hard time seeing that that is purely coincidental. So you better believe Washington against Detroit was already predetermined. Well, what do the numbers of the seed say about that? Is that number one, number six, that's 16. Goff is number 16 in 16 seasons after the Lions went 0-16. In the year of Super Bowl 43, the Lions are playing Super Bowl 59. So the Rams and the Eagles have 0-0-0 chance, especially the Rams. They have zero chance of playing in the next round. You can't have the Lions against the Rams. If you have the Lions against the Rams, it's going to be 100% obvious that Matthew Stafford's going to purposely allow the Lions to go to the Super Bowl. But you cannot have that because the Lions with Dan Campbell are a grinding, work for it mentality. You cannot just be given something. So that's the biggest problem with the Rams, is that you just can't have it seem like it's just been given because Matt Stafford's going to gift it to his old team because he's still a Lion at heart. You can't have that. You have to have the only untested team against the Lions. You already know they beat the Vikings. They beat the Packers. They beat the Bucs last year. They beat all these teams last year. The only team that they haven't beat yet, that you don't know yet who they can beat, is the Eagles. I think a couple years ago, the Eagles did beat Dan Campbell's Lions. NBA Game of the Day videos are going to be a daily occurrence now that it's near the end of the NFL season. After this week, there'll be 3 more NFL games. There'll be no more college games after Monday. I didn't purposely plan on starting it on the Thunder Cavs game, although that's perfect timing because the Cavaliers absolutely blitzed the living hell. The Thunder blitzed the living hell out of the Cavs. And it's not a coincidence this was the Thunder's 34th win because for their 18th home win, because it is all connected to GOAT King LeBron's last title in front of the fans. So what happened during GOAT King LeBron's last title in front of the fans? He won the championship to improve to 3-4 in the NBA Finals. He didn't fall to 2-5. He beat the Warriors. He improved to 3-4 in the NBA Finals. And also connection to GOAT King LeBron's next title in front of fans. The amount of time from the Lakers' first win since the Wildfires to the beginning of the playoffs, January 15, April 19, 3 months and 4 days. So that 3-4 record in the finals is going to say a lot. And what I'm going to say about that Eagles Rams video is that Saquon's going to score a touchdown. Eric Dickinson, who played with the LA Rams, holds the record for rushing yards in a season. So against Eric Dickinson's old team, Saquon is 100% a lock to score a touchdown this weekend. Saquon is going to run all over the LA Lambs. Kings lay up 96-94. Kings with the winning streak. The Houston Rockets looking like a team of road beaters, very hard, crashing the boards, hard rebounding team. Sacramento Kings, long winning streak. They're making things wild in the wild, wild west. This is the kind of story that the Sacramento Kings have. They go from trading everybody to, we're going to compete for a playoff play-in spot. But Lakers suck! Lakers suck! Oh my God! Oh, you're telling me you're telling me Lakers suck? But a few things we not Kevin Durant and the loser Phoenix Suns outside of the top 10. We're not Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. That team is outside the top 6. We're not those teams. We certainly not the Minnesota Timberwolves. They are also outside the top 6. We are not the Dallas Mavericks. They are outside the top 6. Oh my God, Lakers suck. They're not going to compete. They're not going to compete. Oh my God. Oh, you act as if Joakim LeBron is not coming back to the basketball court this year. Oh, the Lakers are really, really, really done. Well, it's the same exact script over the last few years. Lakers not winning them games against these top contenders through March, April, May. That's what they're going to do. But yeah, the Clippers understandably are blowing teams by 40, 50 points. So they're making it seem like the Clippers are the world beaters. But it's funny because the Illuminati's not interviewing the Clippers, and these Clipper guys are not telling you that they're playing for Los Angelinos. They're playing for the city. They're playing to provide it joy. It's like the LA Clippers are clearly not it this year. They're clearly going to go through a couple losing seasons in the new arena before they allowed to win it, because you have to cast doubt over the Clippers. But LA is going to win a 3-peat. What I'm talking about, 3 straight championships for LA. That's right. Lakers, 2 straight championships. Clippers win the very next year. That's your LA 3-peat. One team doesn't win it all. LA wins first 2 titles, then Clippers win the very next year, and LeBron decides to call it quits because he only one king in LA. What's there to talk about the NFL? It's already happening. There's nothing to talk this week. What more is there to talk about? Review the material with my students. Okay. Let the professor do that. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. The 10th pick of his draft, the 10 consecutive wins to win the 3-peat. The 2 seeds for the Lions and the Chiefs' opponents, 4 of the Texans and 6 of Washington adds up to 10. Pure mockery. The 2 opponents of the first games for the Lions and the Chiefs, their numbers add up to 10. 4 for the Texans and 6 for the Commanders gives you 10. Dan Campbell started 0-10-1 before he won his first game as coach of the Lions in his 12th game as coach because of 10 losses and 1 tie. Next to what New Orleans is 12 years later. Lamar's going to lose because the Chiefs' 11th win of the year is going to happen against Allen, number 17, and Allen happens to have Gematria 17. 4 straight Super Bowl losses for the Bills, and now 4 straight playoff losses against the Chiefs. The running back, they're not pitting the running back against Patrick Mahomes. They're pitting the MVP, Josh Allen, who beat the Lions, against Patrick Mahomes. That's just more interesting. The one Super Bowl that the public would want to see the most out of all the possibilities, the one that they want to see is Lions and Bills. So the one advantage of having the Bills advance is you get people all emotional. I want the Lions against the Bills. Which team wins their first Super Bowl? I don't want to see no damn Chiefs. I want to see a team win a first Super Bowl. Lions against Bills is the emotional matchup. That's the emotional matchup. That's the one matchup that people will bet on because of the emotion surrounding. I hate the Chiefs. I want to see a new team win, Detroit or Buffalo. I'm tired of Kansas City. Why do I have to win all the time? I think having that possibility makes it a killer. And then your Eagles Chiefs boring rematch, and then your box office Lions Chiefs. Two teams with two losses, one team where the starters only lost one game. That is the matchup. I think the Lions gonna beat the crap out of the Eagles. Everybody hates Philadelphia. Their fans are assholes. Did you see that guy calling the woman the C word? I mean, he got fired. He was far not the only person doing that at the link. Philadelphia fans are assholes. Literally. Prideful douchebags is what they are. America will be happy to see the Eagles lose because their fans are disgusting pieces of trash. Eagle fans are the absolute worst. If the Lions break the hearts of Philadelphia, then they have won the hearts of America because every single fan base knows how big pieces of trash Philadelphia fans are. They're the Raider fans of the East Coast. That's a tough girl right there. She handled it very well. She played it off. She didn't cry or anything, you know. That guy, look at him. How did that turn out for you, buddy? This most of all, he was a DEI consultant. So much for diversity and equity and inclusion. Oh, you want to be inclusive and open-minded and respect the lady, but no, this guy went all misogyny on that lady. But he works for a DEI consulting firm. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Damn well, they knew exactly what they were expecting when they went into the link with opposing jerseys and an opposing logo on a beanie. You damn well know what you're about to encounter anytime you go into the link with the opposing team's logos. Some will be playful, some will be saying, your mother's a whore or whatever. I mean, this is what I'm talking about, the vulgar language that Philadelphia fans use. I mean, they try to really like get under your skin and get personal. Like they know what they're doing. But you see, this is another reason why the Eagles will not make it. It's because America wins when Philadelphia loses. Dan Campbell has no connections to Philadelphia. Jared Goff is from the Bay Area. He's a 49er fan, so I imagine. Do these guys still root for their childhood teams as long as when they're not playing their team? That's the thing. You guys got to realize, okay, if it really was planned for the Lions to win the Super Bowl, it just makes more sense if Matthew Stafford was there for the ride. Oh, convince Matt Stafford, don't retire, stay for the project, and Matt Stafford wins his ring, but he already won his ring. And if Matt Stafford was the Lions, if they were supposed to win a Super Bowl in the future, I guarantee him Matt Stafford would have stayed. So that makes it easy. I don't think it's going to be very easy to watch. It's just not going to be. Well, the magnitude of the Super Bowl would be even greater, I think, if we see these two teams win by double digits. It would just show that these teams are about to become historical. So, a historical angle. I don't know if that's good for the ratings because 5 out of the 6 wild card games are terrible. So I can't imagine the ratings are good. I haven't seen if any ratings came out. De'Aaron Fox. No, that was it's Kings hit a 3, 109, 105. Two teams that run the floor very well. They just destroyed the Denver Nuggets, the Houston Rockets. They destroyed the Lakers. The bottom line is they don't have big names, so turn on the Magnets. They got destroyed by the Magnets in the 2017 conference finals, was it? Yeah, the Magnets were turned on. My main point, it doesn't matter. They'll turn on the Magnets at any point in time, at any point in the game of any playoff game. Let me turn the page for 3 minutes. The loser Phoenix Suns are struggling to make the play-in. What if Kevin Durant and the loser Phoenix Suns have a one and done against the Oklahoma City Thunder? So we're not planning to have Kevin Durant against the Warriors just yet. The Warriors have proven they can come back after missing the playoffs. They won the championship. But Kevin Durant against his former team is a real possibility. Kevin Durant and the loser Phoenix Suns stuck at 11-10 in the West. The loser Phoenix Suns are going to be in the play-in, and they will, of course, be number 9 against number 10 because Suns is 10. Loser Suns against the Thunder, and the Thunder beat Kevin Durant in the first round. The bookies will love the added value to Kevin Durant in the loser Phoenix Suns. They'll be chasing Kevin Durant and Devin Booker the Bum at such high odds. The Oklahoma City Thunder are going to defeat Kevin Durant in the first round, and his shaming ritual continues. Goki LeBron has a 5-year shaming ritual, precisely a 5-year, 6-month shaming ritual before he wins his next ring. Kevin Durant's shaming ritual is going to go on for a long time. Swept by the Celtics to leave, the Nets swept by the Wolves, getting swept by his former team, and the fans be like, ha 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 ha, Kevin Durant put his trade request to the Oklahoma City. Kevin Durant, put your trade request to Oklahoma City. That's what's going to happen. That's what's so predictable about seeing Kevin Durant lose against Oklahoma City. They're much better without Kevin Durant. Thunder over Suns in the first round. That is a box office matchup. The spread was 4.5. Now it's Rockets down by 4 points. Dylan Brooks against Gokinaban. I mean, there are possibilities. Gokinaban revenge against the Mavs. Gokinaban revenge against the Nuggets. Gokinaban against the loser Phoenix Suns. Gokinaban kicks the ass of Dylan Brooks again. 113, 114. Wow. Speaking of, Dylan Brooks just hit a big three-pointer, 114, 113. Wow, what a three. Look at this dope-ass hockey game. The Oilers are up 4-3 against Colorado. They were down 3-0. They almost came back from the 3-0 in the Stanley Cup, and now they're up 4-3. Rigged hockey game. I don't watch hockey because obviously NBA is number one, so I got NBA on the TV. But I just saw the Oilers tie it, and I was just like, okay, Oilers going to win. Bam, put the bet in. So Oklahoma against loser Phoenix Suns. What do the numbers say about the script of Kevin Durant put his trade request to Oklahoma City? I was watching the loser Phoenix Suns today. What the fucking hell were we doing? It was 16-2, and suddenly the Wizards are within 3 points with under 2 minutes left. That shit is fake. I agree. NBA's fake because if it were real, Gokinaban would conquer them all. He could have 10 rings if it wasn't all a Hollywood script. We got to manufacture the rivalries, Go LeBron's the GOAT. The revenge over the Nuggets is inevitable. I wonder when they're going to plan this. The semifinal, the conference final, the first round. Houston Rockets execute a late comeback here. Oh, what a costly turnover. What did they say? That the Kings lost their last 3 home games. They need to get a home win tonight. All of those games, okay, they beat the Heat January 6th. What the hell are these announcers on? Kevin Durant loses. Let me see the Kevin Durant stats in my big my database. NBA star playoff stats. Well, Kevin Durant and the loser ass Phoenix Suns lose against the Thunder. Oh, another steal for the Kings. This is the wild, wild west. I am telling you, this team was out of the playoffs, and loser Suns are struggling. Warriors are struggling, and out of nowhere, the Sacramento Kings are playing like the team from 2 years ago. Now this team has won 7 straight. I think they beat the Celtics too. Lakers very lucky to play the Kings before they went on the winning streak. So we played the Kings at the right time. It only makes up for last year's scripted series, I think, where the Kings won all 4 games against the Lakers. Let me just see how many playoff losses Kevin Durant has. Oh, by the way, the Raptors series doesn't count because Kevin Durant, he spent 1 full year on the sideline. So I don't count that loss against the Raptors because Kevin Durant didn't play that entire season. I do not count that towards his playoff losses. They're not trading to Aaron Fox. The Sacramento Kings are back in playoff contention. I know. I'm just saying, if the Miami Heat lose against the Nuggets, if they lose against the Spurs, I mean, they will be left with no choice but to trade Jimmy Butler. If they're out of the play-in and he's old, he's 33, whatever, 35, the Miami Heat will be left with no choice but to trade Jimmy Butler. They have to trade Jimmy Butler. They're left with no choice. They have to get rid of him. He has to be traded away. I think the Rockets are weak on the inside. I don't think this white guy is strong, putting the ball right up. He gets the ball. You just got to put him. You can't hesitate. You can't be like Nurkic. You can't be like him. Lakers could absolutely beat the Rockets if they play the Rockets. Now, the Thunder, it's easy. Jared Vanderbilt and Cam Reddish, these guys going to crash and shut him down. Finney Smith going to crash him down. The Lakers have the perimeter defenders to stop the three-pointer. Not including the Raptors series, Kevin Durant has played. He's been involved in 34 playoff series. This be number 35, the original 35 with the OKC. Let me go to Devin Booker because obviously he's the franchise of the loser Phoenix Suns. He was involved in every single playoff game. I wonder what 5-5 is. Loser Suns are projected to be a first round exit. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Kevin Durant's playoff record has to be 3 and his playoff series record has to be 1-3 since joining the loser Phoenix Suns, because the loser Phoenix Suns are 0-3 in the NBA Finals. So when they win the championship, they'll be 1-3 in the NBA Finals. Their most famous player is Steve Nash, number 13. Booker is pick number 13. Kevin Durant played for two teams with 13. Come out to the Brooklyn Nets, in GSW, Golden State Warriors in abbreviations. So the loser Phoenix Suns are going to start out with a 1-3 playoff series record with Kevin Durant since leaving the Nets, leaving the Warriors, going to the loser Phoenix Suns and losing yet again. People will now believe he will never, ever do it. I just think that the loser Phoenix Suns have to have a couple more years where they have to improve the roster. You just don't go from trading your best defender, Mikal Bridges, and Cam Johnson and these man to, I'm going to win the championship in a few months. Just know that that's no way it was ever going to happen like that. Kings with the ball. Oh, they lost. The refs call a foul. Or they call a foul. What an ending to the game. They called a foul on Dylan Brooks. I know who the referees wanted. They got the script for Sacramento to win the game. I just don't understand, Leo. Don't talk about no NBA. We want the NFL. How many videos have I put on the Lions Chiefs? We're right there. So predictable. There's zero chance Lions Chiefs lose this week. That's bad for business. That's bad for the NFL. That's bad for, we want to see the Chiefs lose. That's what brings the viewers into the conference title week. All-time Thunder playoff record. Let's go to that. I think the loser Suns going to win the play-in. Loser of 8 against the loser Phoenix Suns. Yeah, I mean, Oklahoma City does have 64 playoff wins ever since they moved to OKC. So if they get number 66 against Booker, that makes sense. What's the playoff record since they moved to OKC? The playoff series record. They're 11-11. Mark Dager announced 10th playoff win against the loser Phoenix Suns. He's 6-4 in the playoffs, 10 wins. He gets the 10. 64 is also purple and gold, but Kevin Durant against his former team is much more compelling. Loser Suns in the loser super team kind of idea against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Kevin Durant gets OKC. So by process of the elimination, the Warriors cannot finish number 8. What did I tell you? One of these teams going to miss the playoffs. Will the Warriors miss the playoffs again? Hopefully the Timberwolves miss the playoffs. You have to foul. Oh, they got a steal. They passed it. What did they say? What? A foul was called. Oh, Red. Oh, Red. Oh, my God. Oh, wow, Red. Fix was definitely in on this one. I thought they got a clean steal. I thought they did. The narrative is there for Sacramento to get a win on their home floor, go on a winning streak, and maximizing fan interest. If you rig games to maximize fan interest, you continue to win. Sacramento has a home game against the worst team in the league, the Washington Wizards, the very next game. So this is a kind of game right there where it's purely about maximizing fan interest across all markets. The Rockets are already number 2, number 3. The fans are excited. And Houston moving on from James Harden. Houston Rockets against the Clippers. James Harden, former Houston Rocket. You know, how far have the Rockets come along? Is this a Clippers curse? I mean, I'm speaking of ideas. I'm not speaking of certainty. I'm speaking of ideas. If the Cavs get cooked like this, I don't see how you beat the Celtics like this after getting absolutely cooked by the Thunder. How are you going to go to Boston and handle your business? I'll let you guys see. I'll let you guys decide what I talk about next. Talk about NFL, NBA. Very simple poll. Briefly go about the national title game. It's Notre Dame's first win against Ohio State since 1936 to win the championship 36 years later on MLK Day. Marcus Freeman, first black coach, win national title. By the way, I'm a Notre Dame fan, so haters. The script is on my side, baby. Let's go Notre Dame. They defeat the $20 million roster. Ryan Day's ass clown. He loses against Michigan. He's about to get fired. That's what makes it interesting. He even starts running his mouth after they beat Notre Dame at South Bend, and then they beat in the national title game, and Lou Holtz gets the last laugh for us. How about that, baby? Yeah, let's go. They're not fouling. They're trying to trap the ball. But finally, they call a foul. Okay. 50-50. 50-50. I'll sit back. 50-50. 50-50. There's 8 watchers. Vote on the poll. Vote on the poll. I'll wait before he shoots his free throw. You're wondering about the possibilities. The first, the first one to get down is simply your loser Suns against the Thunder. That for me, that makes the most sense. Oklahoma City has a team that Kevin Durant regrets not becoming a legend and staying OKC. I do like that narrative. Where the magnets turned on for that? Wow. 124, 128, it's down to 127, 128. This is a crazy ass ending. Loser Suns began the game 16-2, and they were only leading by 3 with 2 minutes left against the Washington Wizards. What is going on? NFL it is. NFL it is. Why is Lamar Jackson the running back in the list this week? Well, it's very easy. Jackson is 90 in reverse. Flaw. It could be 9-0 at home. Derrick Henry on a 4-5 in the playoffs. The narrative of the season. Who's going to win a Super Bowl at New Orleans? The Chiefs going to three. Buffalo Bills, Lamar, they fall to 4-5. Derrick Henry falls to 4-5. Are we going to see a 3-B? Are we going to see a 3-B? That's 45. Jared Goff's going to play in the Super Bowl. Jared Goff's going to march to 45. Last dynasty of the NFL was New England. I never mentioned how New England ties into this. The Patriots were the last dynasty of the NFL. Also, New England played in the Super Bowl in New Orleans in Super Bowl 20. So, you have to analyze it from Derrick Henry's playoff record. Again, there definitely are two angles as far as the four goes. 4 straight divisional losses for the Bills, or is it 4 straight losses against the Chiefs? It's like it's pick your poison. 4 straight losses in the divisional round, or 4 straight losses against Kansas City? I think it's just great for business that every year one who bets on the Bills thinking they're finally going to get over the hump, but for them to lose is going to make it even more profitable for the sports books. I think this is some kind of satanic ritual where every single year Buffalo loses, and then they do this to you 4 straight times. I mean, it's ritualistic, and the euphoria only increases when the Bills move into the new stadium, and they do win the Super Bowl. But the biggest Gematria trap for next year is Buffalo. They're by far the biggest Gematria trap for the year of Super Bowl 60. Buffalo and Santa Clara are both 27 in Gematria. Now, the Buffalo Bills is Gematria 60. Sometimes it's your before, after, right on interpretation sequence of Gematria. See if Santa Clara's Gematria 60. Oh, the Bills are a lock. The Bills are a lock, are they? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Well, for me, it's about the Freemasons manipulating the public. They're really big into 33. Now, the time has come from the Bills' last Super Bowl appearance. The 13 seconds game, then the Bills win the Super Bowl at LA, Super Bowl 61. It will be heavily coded. You think about the Gematria trap with the Bills. Well, the Bills also had Gematria Glendale. Do they make it to Glendale? No. But for another story, Patrick is Gematria 33. In Super Bowl 60, of course, different winner, no Chiefs. The Bengals is the other notable 60 Gematria on the AFC side. That shouldn't be a D. I'm not drunk. I just mistyped uh, the wrong key right here. Um, if the Chiefs lose in Josh Allen's 13th playoff game, could things line up for the Bills to fail to be a number one seed, but to win the Super Bowl in Josh Allen's 17th playoff game? Um, the only the only answer to that is never say never. Never say never. It's not. Oh, if I flipped the script. No, no, no. It's never about flipping the script. It's about, did you read it right or did you mistime the script? It's not about flipping things. It's like flipping script just means you're rationalizing why you got it wrong because, oh, I was wrong because they flipped it. They screwed. You're playing the victim complex. That flipping script nonsense just a way of victimizing yourself. So I don't believe in this flipping script nonsense because they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about flipping scripts. The elite would love and care that you're focused on bread and circuses instead of exactly what they're doing at any moment in time. So there you go. Rigged basketball game. That spread was 4.5, and they win by 5 points. Man, this Wild Wild West is like, I mean, that's just wild. Some good teams can miss the playoffs in the West because of how good the Rockets and the Grizzlies have been in the Thunder this year. Not every team can make it. Who's the odd team out? If you rig it like David Stern style, you find a way to like have the Timberwolves and the Kings miss the playoffs. If you're David Stern, you just want your Warriors and those up Phoenix Suns in the play and this kind of, yeah, Warriors number 9, loser Suns number 10. Oh, you've got ideas. You've got ideas. You've got mad ideas. How I look at it is just I think it's just pointless to a video right now on like a hypothetical loser Suns Thunder matchup. That's what the live stream is for. But when we get down to the possibilities at the end of mid-April, then that is the appropriate time to release the playoff prediction videos. Of course, I think very predictably, I'm going to have these people saying, loser Suns going to beat the Thunder. Loser Suns going to beat the Thunder. And by the way, I am a fan of the loser predict Suns. Yeah, we did get a center. Yes, Nurkic is gone. Thank God. Thank God. Well, Koji would be a pretty big loss. He's a high energy guy, but you have to give up something to get a center. Um, so loser Suns lose a high glue guy on the bench, but Royce O'Neal still bomb. You know, he's still really good. For the Lakers, it's if you trade away Hachimura, you don't lose anything because you have Jackson Hayes, you have Anthony Davis, you have well, when will Christian Wood play? I mean, so it's like you can afford to get rid of Hachimura. I know Washington will like it a lot because of the fact that Valanciunas is 33 and Hachimura is 26 years of age. And Hachimura was a project player when he was last on the Wizards, but Hachimura is no longer a project player. He's an established guy with a niche in the NBA, coming off the bench or starting games and producing. So I think Hachimura was a better player today than at the time that he was traded from the Wizards. So I do think the Wizards can get a younger player to supplement Jordan Poole and that one kid that they got in the draft. But this team has a lot of other holes all around that roster. I just don't think that the NFL wants to have the same conference title matchup for 2 straight years. Yeah, it really doesn't happen often. It doesn't. I mean, the only time that I can really remember it happening 2 straight years is the Ravens Patriots. So Billy Cundiff missed the game winning field goal to set up the East Coast, New York against Boston, Patriots Giants part two. The very next year, the Ravens and the Patriots matched up, and the Ravens destroyed Tom Brady. And Charles Suggs went on his famous, um, it was us against the world. They're biggest arrogant buckers in the world from Belichick on down. We win this for Art Modell. Um, that's the only that's the one that stands out. The last back-to-back same conference title matchup 2 straight years was that Ravens Patriots very briefly, Super Bowl 46, Super Bowl 47. So it doesn't happen often. Um, but I think Friday is what it's about. Having two different matchups for the conference title week. So Buffalo it is. And Lamar Jackson takes the heat. Yes, Derrick Henry, and he finds a way to shit the bed again. No one, whoever's saying Ravens, I mean, they haven't really answered the question. What does Kansas City improving the 5-2 in the conference title game? How does that connect to Lamar? I haven't really had anyone try to answer that question. I mean, Josh is Camacho 52, and then uh, Mahomes improved the 5-2 in the conference title game. I mean, that's the big thing that stands out. I mean, on top of that, Kansas City going for the 17th win. I think it's just mocking the goy in plain sight. Buffalo's the most emotional team because of the Bills Lions possibility, and then Damar Hamlin. Will he make it to Super Bowl 61? Well, never say never. Damar is basically he is Gematria of Los Angeles. And he is Gematria of the host. Never say never, Damar. Never say never. He's still the starting safety. He was a 6th pick, and he's still the starting safety. Go to Bill's depth chart. McDermott loves this guy so much, he's not going anywhere. The Buffalo loves him, he's not going anywhere. I like him. I hope he does well, but I don't know why. I don't think he's a starting safety. This Bills defense is not good. Damar Hamlin, number 3. The Chiefs 3 straight Super Bowls. I'm pretty sure he'll win a Super Bowl at some point. Super Bowl 61. He'll see. He won't even be 30 years by that time. He's still really young. He's got a lot of years left. These guys plan this stuff out years in advance. And Hamlin in reverse Camacho is 33. So it really is 33 years after Super Bowl 28. Maybe more research is needed. Connect the DeMar Hamlin game till the time that he does win his Super Bowl ring eventually. Lose the Suns against the Thunder, possibility. LA Clippers against the Houston Rockets. The other teams are just doing bad. It's like it doesn't matter. The teams like this can somehow stay in a comfortable spot at number 6 with the game cushion. Lakers are going to lose against the Clippers. Lakers got to win against the Nets to stay level. Well, the Clippers game is not over, so they'll get the 23 wins. But they both have the same amount of losses. Lakers have to have a chance to jump the Clippers in the table when they play on Sunday. So Lakers going to handle their business. Napoli, 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 Napoli. Gino Salta Calinoglu. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gino Salta Calinoglu. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you see the penalty miss against Napoli? Did you see the penalty miss? Did you see the penalty miss? Napoli are taking the Scudetto. Napoli don't have to travel to Juventus, to Inter, to Milan, to Fiorentina. After this week, they no longer have to travel to Bergamo, to Atalanta. They don't longer have to play Atalanta. Napoli, after the following week, no longer have to face off against Juventus. Napoli have a very, very advantageous run to the Scudetto without any Coppa Italia, without any European matches. Napoli can go all in on the Scudetto. It's time to bring in Federico Chiesa on loan. The Scudetto is Napoli's for the taking. Inter Milan for Juve. Oh yeah, fuck Napoli too. But hopefully Napoli get it. Hopefully Napoli win the Scudetto. Still, Napoli matter too. Fuck Napoli. Hey, I didn't insult the injury. If a former if a former Inter striker, a former Inter manager beat Nerazzurri for the Scudetto, ha ha, Inter, ha ha. They had Radu, they had Calhanoglu. These guys are bottlers. These guys are bottlers. They had Lukaku in the Champions League final. They bottled the Europa against Sevilla. They do the 2-0 against Milan in the Supercoppa. Inter are bottlers. This is not prime Juventus, Pepe Marotta. These guys are bottlers compared to Juventus. You should come back to Torino. They should be paying you triple, Pepe Marotta, to come back and restore Juventus to its proper place in the entire landscape. I will close my rant right there. You got me in on the Campionato with that question. Napoli Inter during March. Yep. That will be a big one. Juventus Milan this week. I'm very excited for that. I hope Juventus win. I don't know if Vlahovic is going to come back, if Conceição can play against his father, Sergio. On the other side, a Pulisic injury. I don't. He may play for Milan. He could be on the bench. I'm hopefully Juventus. They're not going to miss Champions League. They will. Hopefully, they haven't lost a match. They've had too many draws. They play much better against Atalanta. How many wins do the Lakers have before they play against Boston? They should surely be at 23 wins for playing against Boston. They're going to lose against the Clippers. They will lose against LA because you got to be objective. Bottom line, they want to make this interesting for the play-in. So I happen to think that, you know, basically the Lakers have played 38 games. The Mavs and the Timberwolves have played. Timberwolves played 40, but the Mavericks, they played 41 games. And the Lakers have to lose some games, so they make it interesting for the number 6, number 7 spot. And Doncic comes back, and Doncic could try to avoid the play-in. So they have no business losing against the Wizards or the Brooklyn Nets. Let me just say that first and foremost. I could easily see this team lose against the Clippers and the Celtics. And some things will change, like adding a center and Jared Vanderbilt's return from injury. The medical staff is world class for the Lakers. They don't rush players. They're doing a great job with Vanderbilt. He can take all the time he needs. There's plenty. No, Juventus is better than Milan. Juventus are far better than Milan. They could only draw 0-0 at home against Juventus. They were lucky to beat Juventus in that match. Locatelli committed a stupid penalty. That goal from Milan was scored on a deflection, an own goal, and then a penalty. They got lucky that match. And the position doesn't lie. Juventus are better than Milan. Juventus are ahead in the table. Where are Juventus? At 6? They're better than Milan based off of the points. Juventus should have been in the Champions League, but Milan stole Juventus Champions because of the penalty, the point deduction. They lost 6 straight to Inter. Would Juventus ever lose 6 straight to Inter? Would they ever lose 6 straight against Inter? Would that ever happen? Inter struggled to win in the Campionato against Juventus. They drew 4-4 against Juventus. They lost 2-0 in 2022, November 2022. Okay, they did win the 1-0 on the own goal by Gatti, but 1-1 they drew at Torino last year. They struggled to win against Juventus. They get referee help in the Supercopa a couple years ago. They got the referee help with the BS penalties in the Coppa Italia finals. So Juventus are going to be back. They just got to be smarter with having a proper player director. They should have never got rid of Beppe Marotta. No one's doubting Juventus doesn't have proper players. They do. Juventus are far better than me. When has Milan last beat? When have they last beat Real Madrid and Barcelona in Champions League in the knockout? When have they last done that? When? Berlusconi is bigger than Milan. No Berlusconi, no party. Berlusconi's mentality is bigger than the entirety of Associazione Calcio Milano. Berlusconi brought the mentality of winning in Europe to Milan. Without Berlusconi, they're not gonna They're not gonna capture that same mentality. Conceição is gonna struggle with these cheap American owners. Pulisic is a great maestro. Glad that America has Pulisic. He gets hurt too much. He's got to stay on that pitch somehow. That's the only thing that's going wrong for Pulisic. Juventus are bigger than Milan, and they're going to prove it on the pitch this week. Oh, you can celebrate your Mickey Mouse Supercopa. That's okay. 1-1. Cagliari against Cagliari. Mamma mia, Cagliari. 1-1 at the San Siro. Mamma mia, Cagliari. You got to be kidding me. Mamma mia. The Juventus I saw against Atalanta is a team that could definitely pick up all 3 points against the Rossoneri. when are healthy, I take Juventus over Milan. Milan's too mediocre nowadays. The problem is that they live in the past too much. That's the problem. They talk too much about the past, and the new owners love it. And that means they'll be content with staying in mediocrity. Going about the past and talking about the Champions League titles is not going to help you in the present. It just isn't. And plus, management is so stingy with new signings. It's still no striker. Milan have no striker. Good call on that. A three-peat is in store for the city of LA. It's not a Lakers three-peat, but it's a three-peat in basketball for the city of LA. The Clippers are going to win the very last year, 2027. And my position is that, go King LeBron, NBA Finals MVP, 3 different teams. Kawhi's going to win. Ironically, Kawhi is going to do the same for 3 different teams, like King LeBron James. The irony. I think Kawhi will be able to equalize King LeBron in that regard of winning Finals MVP for 3 different franchises. That's Kawhi Leonard's legacy. 3 rings on 3 different teams. In the most special ring, as an LA native, would be for his hometown team, Kawhi Anthony Leonard, the Claw. When I think about Kendrick Lamar, I'm thinking about not Lamar Jackson, Lamar Hunt, the late owner of the Kansas City Chiefs. So if I thought I ran out of ideas, that's probably the next one. Connecting the 3P to Lamar Hunt's death with the Kendrick Lamar playing at the halftime show. So I definitely have an idea that I can quickly build on. Yeah, maggots. I get it. Brittany loves Trump and his mom loves Trump. I don't know who Patrick Mahomes likes. The only thing that he has done is he's gotten people to register to vote. That's the only thing. Well, that hurts the Republican Party. So what Patrick Mahomes is doing is it hurts the Republican Party. More people register to vote, though. The registering, the people, 80 million didn't go out and vote. This election stinks off of high heaven. Their votes had to be thrown out. The people's votes are simply not counted. They didn't want right-wingers committing violence in every single city in America. This election was rigged. This election was rigged for pesky, prickly little rich guys to give themselves huge tax breaks in the crash of the economy to start buying shit on pennies on the dollar. People are fucking dumb. They can't fucking see this shit happening right in front of their fucking eyes. But yeah, this inverse of 7 AFC championship games and 4 Super Bowls, and 7 AFC championship games. The maggot connection to Brittany and Patrick's mommy. And the red hat in the Kansas City Red. Yep. In the last Super Bowl at Louisiana was Super Bowl 47. So, yep. Wearing my green jersey, my gold and green jersey. Yeah. Let's go Irish. On the day that Catholic Biden leaves the office. Notre Dame, on the day Black Marcus Freeman wins on the day MLK Day. Let's go Notre Dame. Riley Leonard's still trash. Just said he better not fuck it over. Damn well, I'm going to be fucking livid if Riley chokes it up. But luck will prevail. The luck, the destiny, whatever. They're down by 7 points against Penn State. The scripted interception, the throwing, pedaling back off balance and throwing midfield. That just screams disaster. That just screams interception. You're pedaling back foot in reverse and throwing it up for grabs in the middle of the field. That was a scripted interception. I'm a Notre Dame fan, but that was a scripted interception. The referees were still awful. Notre Dame beat the Big Ten refs in the last game. But the kid still threw the game. These guys get paid millions of dollars through the NIL. If they're paid millions of dollars, they're going to get paid millions under the table to start throwing these games. Because now they're getting paid real do-re-mi through legal means. But yeah, Notre Dame's going to win without Brian Kelly. That's the script. They are going to win without Brian Kelly. Just another folklore moment in college football, right? The Nets lost by 50. This is an easy win. This is an easy. They'll be 2-1 since the restart. Boston's 22. They'll be 2-2 since the restart. The Lakers will lose against Clippers. I hope I'm wrong, but the NBA is rigged, so the Lakers going to lose at the Clippers. So the Clippers have the rest advantage for Sunday's game. Lakers play tomorrow. The Clippers have the next 2 days off. Clippers will be the fresher team. Clippers could get their 15th win at home against the Lakers, who are going to play in their next Lakers-Celtics matchup 15 years later. Kawhi Leonard is also the 15th pick in this draft. But the Clippers are at 17 losses. Could they lose for the 18th time of the year against the Lakers? I hope so. But the NBA is ready, and these people make you go quick. Your team up by 20 points at half, and they lose by 1 point in the fourth quarter. Anything is possible. A 15-point lead in the fourth quarter is never a big lead in the NBA. That 18th loss for the Clippers against the Lakers. Oh, my, no. Y'all like it. I mean, the Lakers are in a group. They better not. You can't lose against. If they lose against Brooklyn, it's got to be rigged. Because this team is nowhere near 7th now because there's 2 games in hand. Lakers played 38 games. Mavs played 41. Timberwolves played 40 games. The Lakers are far away from the 7th. That game against the Spurs was 100% rigged. They're not supposed to be in 5th. It's satanic and it's ritualistic. They gotta stay in 6th place after they first win. You can't be in 5th place. You can't be in 5th place. I mean, hell, if we will beat the Brooklyn Nets. They Brooklyn Bums. Wizards, that's another home win. So if the Lakers go on a win streak, their 18th loss against the Celtics, they beat the Clippers, 18th loss against Clippers. But it would make a lot of sense for the 18th loss to happen against the Celtics. It definitely does. Oh my Lakers need a trade. I need a trade. Oh, I need a trade. Oh my God. It probably makes sense for the Lakers lose against Clippers because people start barking that they need a trade for Valenzuela. They need a trade for another player. I need to wave my magic wand during the month of February and March. That's what I need to do. NBA is far more exciting than the NFL. I mean, it's obvious Chiefs going to beat the Lions. I mean, everybody who follows basketball thinks it's going to be the Cavs and the Thunder. That's what makes the NBA exciting. It's like, King LeBron James is about to embark on the biggest fairy tales of all fairy tales. We've seen it in 2016. How about another huge fairy tale of winning a ring with your son on the roster? King LeBron James is a very blessed, sacred man. Warriors are garbage. King LeBron has been swinging the big sack around, dominates crybaby Curry. We went 3-1 last year. We beat them on Christmas. 4-1 they last 5 games against the Warriors. We been whipping their ass of Stephen Curry. We go win 5 of their last 6 games against the Warriors. We win 5 of their last 6 games against the Warriors. If Lakers are at 6, who do they play? Lakers Grizzlies? Lakers Grizzlies? We own these guys. We beat them in 6 games. These guys didn't even make it close to game 7. We got to destroy them. How does the NBA playoff bracket look like? Let me go back. Exit the playoff stats page. I should start to preliminarily write my playoff bracket. I should see it somewhere. Where is it? Oh, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of files. Okay. There you go. Okay. Winner of 4 and 5 takes on the Thunder in the next round. King LeBron scoring king on the 7th day of the 2nd month of 2023. I think Thunder would be at 72 playoff wins since they moved to OKC. Should they make it to the conference finals against the Lakers? To the Thunder coach. Sid Gilchrist record. I think it's I think he made his playoff debut in the bubble. I could be wrong. It was well, when did he begin? Oh, he played with the Clippers for 1 year. I never knew that. Interesting. Wow, the LA Flippers. You lost this kid. Wow. That's the Flippers' loss. So how did 2018-19 Flippers do? They lost the Warriors. They lost the Warriors. And then he joined the Thunder for 2019-2020. What's Gilchrist Alexander's playoff record? 0-1 with the Clippers. Lost to the Rockets 1-1 or 0-2. He is 1-3 in the playoffs. So Gilchrist Alexander is 1-3 in playoffs. So he should enter the 3-3 record against the Lakers. 3-3 series record. Enter the Western Conference Finals. Lakers' 33rd NBA Finals appearance. And then the Thunder lose against the Lakers. My conference finals prediction is Lakers over the Thunder. The scoring king returns to the finals, beating the team that he beat his first championship against the Thunder, and he became the scoring king against OKC. So let's look at Kareem Abdul-Jabbar throughout the course of the conference finals. Gilchrist Alexander's playoff record is going to be 3-3, and it's going to fall to 3-4 like LeBron James, his last title in front of the fans. No, he improved to 3-4 in the NBA Finals. I am seeing Lakers over Thunder. The Mammoth style revenge, the end of the NBA Cup repeat conquest against the Thunder. And they beat the Thunder in the conference finals in 7 games. What's the Thunder's record in 7 games? Thunder game 7 record. Seattle Supersonics Super Duper Championship. Supersonic looking about the Thunder have a 6-5 record in the game 7. They fought a 6-6 like Lakers, like LeBron. Lakers over Thunder. Yeah, they play the Nuggets either in the first round or the second round. Lakers are going to be only playing the Rockets. They only beat the Grizzlies. You're not going to beat the Thunder. They destroyed the Cavs by 20, 30 points. So I think Lakers beat the number. No, okay. If Lakers are in the play-in, they beat the number 2 seed. If they're the number 6 seed, they beat the number 3. I only beat the Gremlin. You only beat the Rockets. Could we see Lakers at number 6 and the Warriors at number 7, or the Lakers at 6 and the loser Phoenix Suns at 7, or the Lakers at 7, whatever team at number 6, the Dallas Mavericks? I don't have an idea. So the Denver Nuggets are on the side of the Thunder. It seems kind of off. It kind of does. It seems kind of off. Should let's see. Lakers avoid the Thunder right now. They avoid the Nuggets. If the Nuggets play the Thunder, they're beating the Thunder. I know it depends how they do. It's an upset. We beat the 85% team. King of the Bottoms. We're 3 months away from the end of the regular season. 3 months away. I can't wait for football to be over so you can get your head in the game. Get your head in the game, cocksucker. Keep calm and don't LeBron James. The Thunder was such an easy call. Chuck E. Cheese! Chuck!
Hey, we are back on Inside the NBA. How about this meeting here, Shaq? Wow, with Olivier Ryu. Oliver. It's Olivier Full. Oliver is my boy, I know. It's Olivier. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, Joe video on the Wembanyama championship. Greg Popovich, could he make it all the way to 5 years? Maybe Greg Popovich will die before the Spurs win. Maybe. How old is the guy? Suffering through health complications. His wife obviously passed away some time ago. 75 years of age. A great legend, obviously. Greg Popovich could die at around the time that the Spurs win the championship. And that time is 2030. 2029 season is the time for Victor. The NBA is not about Victor wins all the winnings. It's about competitive balance. It's about, you can win any given year. That's what this decade's going to produce. The game has never been at its highest point. Look at all them haters. They're trashing the NBA. They're hating the game. But the one thing that you cannot hate is the fact that the winner of the championship is predictable. You could have seen Miami making it to the finals. So you could have seen the Toronto Raptors, for example. The loser Phoenix Suns at a 7th seed making it to the finals. I think loser Suns are a 7th seed, were they?
This track from the Greek Freak belongs to the music. Hey, got stacked with jersey. That's funny. You see that? That's stacked with jersey. That might be funny as all that.
Man, she start whining some more. I can open the door. Gonzaga's losing against Oregon State. Damn. Maybe they're not as good this year. Maybe.
We're not finished. Every time my boy Bull, gotta get it to big bowl.
The loser Phoenix Suns have slammed the door so loud.
It's Steve. How hot is that? It's very hot. All right, let's see. One's for the Bull. Oh, come on. Turn the camera on.
Hi, you funny guy. You funny guy, Chucky.
Shout out to my boy Bull. They know shout out. No, not the chicken drum. Oh, you take a spoonful. Man, that's just nasty.
Okay, I will close out this segment. I hope this has been a very productive stream. Get you thinking about the NBA playoffs, the possibilities. Kevin Durant's going to play against the Pistons, and he's going to. Is it a walk? Can he walk from the arena to Ford Field? I'm going to see Kevin Durant there in his Washington jersey.
With investment options from Navy Federal Credit Union, Rob feels financially at ease, which means he can worry about other things.
Yeah, no way of predicting how the games are going to be this week. I mean,
what if it's treasure?
you need to get people watching, so
Rob has a lot of things to worry about.
could there be some rust
His finances aren't one of them.
potentially?
Become a member today. Navy Federal Credit Union.
I've seen the Texans. They lead the Chiefs 7-0, and then they destroyed that team. It was like 51-30. They were down like 24-0. They still came back and won. I think it could be much more worthwhile to not even bet on the Lions and the Chiefs games. Just wait until they're down and place a live bet. I mean, you got to kind of anticipate that possibilities that would make it a much worthwhile game to bring in the necessary audience and the ratings that comes with it. So if the Lions are losing after the first quarter, if the Chiefs are losing after the second quarter, then you're bringing in as many people as can be to sit back and enjoy the show, enjoy the grand finish. Just after blowouts in 5 out of 6 games, it just doesn't surprise me to see this happening. I'm kind of anticipating it to happen. I don't know. But the conference winners and the exact Super Bowl outcome has already been placed. So you enjoy a comfortable blowout, or it's a close game, and you can place a live bet.
Sign up for ESPN Bet to receive your welcome bonus and your first 30 days of ESPN Plus on us.
Glad trash bags with a 2-pound stronger top for over-the-top strength.
Inside the NBA is presented by the
Bengals Bills will be a pretty dope conference championship game next year. No lie.
We welcome you back to Inside the NBA.
Bengals Bills in the 60 code with both teams. Not bad at all.
We had another great time today as we did pod, and we're going to get into that here. But
Super Bowl 57. Bills are gonna win. Super Bowl 58. Bills are gonna win. Super Bowl 59. Bills are gonna win. Super Bowl 60. Bills are gonna win. Not once have I picked that team and Josh Allen to win the Super Bowl. Come on, man. Come on, man. They're not going to win until they move into the new Highmark Stadium. When will people learn? When will they learn? If ever. When will they learn?
we also talked about the fact that Chuck had been to a Patriots practice back in the day, and that the Patriots actually had a play called Charles Barkley. No way. Yes. And the coach explained it for him, okay?
Everything, NBA, NFL, even got a little Scudetto comment in there.
When you went in the Charles Barkley play,
They were in Atlanta to play the Super Bowl.
Milan's not better than Juventus.
Barkley play was a play action pass.
I should be live for that.
Almost in every game.
Forza
Key
Juve.
situations where
Milan Merda.
they take the running
Forza.
play, we pull the guard, and the linebackers, came forward on the fake.